Yeah, my dear Aries, the Earth turned or moved, and we see now behind the Sun the constellation Leo, and the Moon has moved as well, and we see behind the Moon the constellation Aries. So Leo is calling you. The Lion Gate is calling you, which is tomorrow. But then the Moon will be in Taurus. And here you are, recognizing that you have to be awake for this big shift, because it's those moments of self-empowerment that makes us a true leader. And so Leo is calling you. Leo is letting you know, wake up, or feel the power deep within you to be this magnificent leader that you can be for many people. Ruled by Mars, of course, the planet of war, and I hope you are not considering any war in your life, but a peaceful way of working with people. Ruled by the Sun, so Leo is giving the Sun the feeling she is at home. And yeah, it's that bold act of Leo to call you and to let you know, wake up, right? Arrive or do something, or however. We will see what Leo is wanting to tell you. You are the first house of self, that part in you that's like, oh, I exist. And Leo is the fifth house of joy. And so here comes a realization that maybe I have to enjoy myself more and not play war. The yoga position for Leo is Simhasana, is that lion's breath, is that sticking the tongue out and then entering the infinite eight. And for you, I gave you meditation because your body part is the brain, while for Leo it is the heart. That's why we call it the lion heart. And so you meditate and you listen, right, to now the breath of the lion. And so you will recognize here an invitation, a big invitation to really become that leader that you're supposed to be. Your court card is the Queen of Wands. Here in this deck, she is looking straight at you, and the little cat, as you can see, is looking to the left. And left is going to the new moon, and right is going to the full moon. So these are two different paths. Also, I connect that with the spin of the Earth. We have one spin, which is the 24-hour spin to the right, and we have one to the left. That's a wobble, and that wobble lasts 25,800 years. It's a long wobble, and we divide it through the 12 zodiac signs, and we get an age. Currently, we're going from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. So, if your birthday is between March 12th and April 9th, this lady is your court card, right? She's the Queen of Wands. And she also has two lion heads up here in her card, right? And here, though, you have the Aries symbols, but you are connected with her. If not, look in the description below. I have listed all the dates of the court cards. Back to the last reading, where Cancer Sun was highlighting your Aries Moon. The message was, reverse the way you're seeing life unfolding for you. So the Hanged Man twice and Leo. So there was already a very strong message that in the month of Leo, where the Lion's Gate is happening, you have to reverse the way you look at things, right? And it's good because a reverse or hanging is in yoga, the master position is Shirshasana. And when we are upside down, we see a new perspective. And sometimes I think that's good for your head, because in a way that's the yoga position, if I would take a position, because I mean this is the end position, this is the meditation, but I gave that to you because you are the ruler, you are the master, right? You are beginning actually the year, and you can see here is the crossing of the equinox, right? The equal day and the equal night is happening in your month. So just that you know, you are connected with the head, with the self, and it's very important for you to do inversions, because they will put a lot of blood into your head and you will be able to make really good decisions. Good. One more card out of the Lifruma Healing Oracle. Here we have the rune alphabet, the Anglo-Saxon rune alphabet. And I usually have this deck on the position of 20. The Last Judgment for me, that is in a way the new age that is coming upon us, right? It's kind of, we are moving into the age of Aquarius, which is an air sign, and Pisces is a water sign. So we went through a lot of deep emotions the last 2,150 years. Wow, what a beautiful card. Look at this. So you can stop the video and read it yourself and study the card and see what you feel as a message. And awareness, present, gateway, Verdandi. Wow. So, I mean, this is clearly speaking about the Lion's Gate, right? I mean, it's very clear. Temple gate created by us. Unpick the past, threaded traumas, clogging your previous future pathways. Resew the tailors of woe entangled around you, stopping you stepping into the unembroidered now. Look not backwards nor forwards. The present step is the right step. Willing for and hoping for will not enliven your future. Dreams need current action. Very beautiful. So the message clear, there is the Lion's Gate opening. It's happening tomorrow on the 8/8. And you are invited, right, to see through that portal and allow whatever information wants to come to you, because you see here this window. This is the rune sign, and we have the 70, which is the Chariot, the 7th chakra, and it was reversed the way you're seeing life unfolding for you. All right, so we begin. On the position of the Fool comes the Empress, and the Empress is, of course, the feminine perspective of you. She has no zodiac sign, and so you who come after her, it's almost like she's saying, well, I am here. I will let you know that on a higher level, you must unite the masculine and the feminine so that you can be a just ruler. If you just masculine, then you will be just one part of the whole picture. But if you include her in your life, if you include this strong, powerful woman, then you will be really powerful. So you can do that through a person that you love, right? Because, I mean, sometimes we need another person to fulfill. But as soon as there is a need, then the trouble starts. It's because you want, right? It's because you feel it. It's because you're connected with it. And so she is literally letting you know that now begins a step into empowerment, because the 3 and the 4 is a 7. And so then you recognize that you coming out of this portal through incorporating the Empress in your life. And this is a state of consciousness that is speaking to you, and you stepping off, and you see how he's stepping into the left. Left soul, right human, right? Left new moon, right full moon. Then on the position of the magician comes the luminous warrior. Then you are not an emperor anymore that is fighting and that is under the influence of Mars, leader, the one that is like, you know, creating war. Then you are a luminous warrior, because you have understood that deep within you is the potential to heal, the potential to protect, the potential to be there for others. And the 32, the 3 with the Empress, and the 2 with the intuition of the High Priestess creates a 5. And with the 1, it's a 6. And the 6 is self-love. The 6 is you have arrived, and you recognize then the importance to really understand the union of each card that we see in the tarot. Every card is pointing at the union of the dualities in various different ways, right? In one deck, it is this wild beast that we want to tame, that we want to be friends with, that we want to be united with. In another sign also, it's a whole nother ball game, right? Each of these cards are letting us know you have to find the center of that infinite loop of inhale and exhale, of allowing always those things to come and go, of allowing the perspective of the 4 directions, right? Because you are the 4, and the 4 directions are also the 4 elements that here the magician has at his hands, right? So he is controlling what you are now going to do with your life, because you have gotten the Empress. The Empress is in here, and the High Priestess. 2 feminine energies combined creates then a 5, and the 5 is the Hierophant, is Taurus, which the reading is going to be tomorrow. And so you are awakening to an empowerment, to a moment of, I recognize the path that is being shown to me right now. Then on the position of the High Priestess comes the 8 of Wands. And so that's a very fast energy that is coming at you, a speedness. And it's very interesting. It looks like there is some very interesting pattern being formed here with the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius, and so the 8 with the 8 of the Lion's Gate is actually calling you to recognize that she is the intuition. She is in the center of the dualities because she is the number 2. And 2 and 8 is 10. There's a new cycle is gonna give you the power to be really quick in the way you're creating a decision about how you are gonna act now when you are a luminous warrior. You are not acting out anymore just the way you used to. It's over. It's almost like something has brought you this beautiful Empress so that you can recognize, well, I cannot just do whatever. I have to become now a luminous warrior, because you are a warrior, right? Because you're Aries. You want to fight. It's in your nature. You cannot just be like, okay, I let it go. No, you cannot let go something that is deep in your cells, that's deep in your desire of your soul to come here and to make it right. And you are making it right because the luminous warrior has come up on the position of the magician. So you are incorporating the Empress, and that's what this portal is bringing to you. The 3 and the 4 is the 7. With the 0 is the 70, right? And the 7 is the 7th chakra. And so dreams need current action. What kind of dreams are you having? And we're going to look at the dream oracle also from Alberto Villoldo, right? So something is going to happen really fast, and you seeing that. You seeing some really important message is coming to you because you are right before or in that time frame where the Lion's Gate is open. Then on the position of the Empress comes the Chariot. And so, yes, here the 7-7 portal is letting you know you have to bring yourself into your center. You have to meditate. You have to connect. You have to be between white and black. And you have to be in your third eye, right? And you have to be from the third eye controlling your 7th chakra. Now we have the 3 and the 7. It's another 10. So we have a 10-10 portal here, right next to each other. And that's the sign that you feel, yes, here is an ending, right? In the way you are feeling about your intuition and in the way you are the Empress, because the Empress came up on the position of the Fool. So there is something working deep within you. You want to really be an Empress. You want to really be empowered, because a 10-10 portal is saying, well, it's over, right? There's a new cycle beginning, because the 1 and the 0, it's a 1 again, just with the 0, but it's a next level. And so this is what the Lion's Gate is bringing to you, right? It's bringing to you here on the position of the Empress, the Chariot, right? And so you have a 7-7 portal. And if I calculate her, of course, with him together, then you have a 7-7-7 portal. 3 times 7. Very clear, right? So you understand that you must unite the white and the black, and this is the message all the time, right? So my readings are really, how do I empower myself? How do I create out of myself a whole human being so that I can be of service? Not, oh, I'm gonna meet someone. But yeah, if you meet someone, of course, great, I will talk about it. But it's like self-empowerment. My readings are about true self-empowerment. And so you have here a 7-7 portal, right? This present moment, this gateway is calling you to really take that step. It's this step. It's not look backwards nor forwards. The present step is the right step. Okay. Then comes on the position of the Emperor. Comes Scorpio, the death card. Then you let go of the altered ego that you have built because you are a self. You are an egomaniac sometimes because that's your condition. You are the brain, and you can only access your brain and the situations and the dogmas and the all those attachments, right? Because out of your education, out of your birth, you have to go deep within and really now transform. Now this is the 13. It's then a 4-4 portal, right? We calculated that again together. And so you have a 13, the death card, and the 4 with him. You have a 4-4 portal that is letting you know, well, become creative in the way you rule, in the way you inspire, in the way you handle the 4 elements. Handle also the heart. And the heart is speaking to you by Leo. He has called you and he's like, listen to your heart, right? Because 2 times 4 is the 8. But I don't calculate that together, right? I keep portals as a portal. So here you are transforming, and look at him. He's like, you know, he's, I mean, you see how she's sad, and he's literally sitting there and he's looking down at her, and he's kind of like, well, that's what it is. If you're sad about the old part that had to go, well, that's what it takes, right? You really gotta bury even that old part of you. And so that's what's calling Scorpio, right? And the month of Scorpio is the transformation, is when the leaves are falling down. And this is when we really recognize, okay, now, yeah, we're going to winter. So this is the transformation speaking to you through Scorpio. The one, right, the magician, the luminous warrior that you are. He's sitting now here in his chariot, and he's very focused to go forward because he has the Empress, right, that is leading him, and there is the 3 inside of the luminous warrior. And it came up on the position of the magician, which is in the one of here, the death card. And you had the Empress coming with the number 3, right, that is leading you, that is like helping you to unite, right, these energies, to bring them together so that you then can get into the Lion's Gate, right, because the 7 is right before the 8, and so it is the reverse, the way you're seeing life unfolding for you, which is going to help you to step into this gate. When you reverse things, because sometimes a reverse is also like a death, right? Because the Hanged Man is the card that is happening before the 13. It's the number 12. So the Hanged Man has given you here already an understanding. In the next month, you really letting go of something that's not working for you anymore. And that's why here you got also the 7. So then on the position of the Queen of Wands, which is your court card, which is who you are, which is in the center of this reading, comes here the Queen of Cups. So Cancer month or Cancer sun has given you powerful information, because here a Cancer is speaking to you. You have the major arcana of the Cancer, and you have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, right? So if you know a Cancer, have a look and see again the dates, but you incorporate now the feminine aspect deep within you. So 2 queens come together, one is Wand, one is Cups, and that's exactly the 6. The number 6 is the hexagram, where you have then a triangle pointing down and a triangle pointing up, and it's that true love, self-love, right, that we have for ourselves, so you can be then a luminous warrior. And so she's the triangle pointing up and she's the triangle pointing down. And so the masculine and the feminine are coming here together, and you are able, after you have let go of this ego side of yours, you can incorporate now the masculine and the feminine on your position as the Queen of Wands, right? You bring more love and emotions and healing to yourself, and that creates a very beautiful union. Then on the position of Leo, right? Leo is saying, well, then you are in the Six of Pentacles, which is Moon in Taurus. And Moon in Taurus is tomorrow. And that's where we have the Lion Gate, right? That's where we have then that portal. And so you can see now that these cards are really precise. Look at this. I mean, it's crazy. Tomorrow is the Moon in Taurus, and is letting you know then there is an equalness because it's the number 6, right? And so you have a 6 portal here. And of course you have then here, let's say, the two triangles, right? The masculine and the feminine. Now this is the first zodiac sign, and she is the 4th zodiac sign, which creates a 5. 5 is the Hierophant. 5 is also the luminous warrior. And so you see, if you bring here more water, more love into your life, then you can be a luminous warrior. Then you can really do amazing things. Then you have a 5-5 portal here, right? And so you understand now that here something is very strongly speaking to you. The 5, which is Taurus, and here the Moon in Taurus. And so tomorrow there is definitely the Lion's Gate opening, and the Moon is in Taurus, and you get the information. Do a celebration, do something that is really of importance, because that's why Leo is calling you. And already in the last month it was calling you, right? It was like literally saying, seeing life unfolding for you in the reverse perspective. So he is calling into the left and the deer is looking into the right. Then you can continue your path, and 8 and 6 is 14, which is a 5 as well, right? So here you can then go this path and recognize, wow, I am really ready, because on the position of the Moon comes the dream oracle of Viloldo. We get the 12 and then 18, which is then of course a 30, and the 30 is the 3 of the Empress, which came right away at the beginning. So incorporate the Empress, right? Become an Empress yourself. You're the Emperor, but now you're called to become an Empress. And so here comes the Dragon's Hoard, the protecting the future. And look at that. There is this deer looking over to this cute little egg. There is a portal opening, and you see now that what you have not seen here, you can see now the dragon is bringing to you. In your dreams, the dragon is coming and is giving you the protection of the future, and is giving you the importance of this portal, right? And you are recognizing, wow, I mean, you see the blue and you see here, it's then activated tomorrow. That's when the Moon is in Taurus, right? And the Moon in Taurus is letting you know, yeah, then the 6 of Pentacles is like, There you give and take and give and take equally. There you can see the inhale and the exhale being there for each other. You cannot have only an inhale. You cannot only take. You also have to give. And that's what this card is saying. Give and take and give and take, right? And that's why you're getting the Empress and the Emperor here today. It's like you are going to become a personality that is unified deep within. And so that's why you get the Luminous Warrior and the Magician as the number 6, right? So you are recognizing now, wow, something is really powerful calling you. That's why he's roaring, right? And that's why the message is so strong already from the last month. It's almost like, yes, it's leading to this moment tomorrow. You're gonna have a dream of a dragon, or you're gonna like really recognize the dragon's power, and this is gonna be the 3 is left, right? The Empress is left, and look at her here. Is an eagle. An eagle kind of looks a little bit like a dragon, and look at her fingers. They look like claws, right? So very clear. You are gonna get tomorrow a big message, because then on the position of the Sun, which is in Leo, right? Here we see she's looking down at her and she's like, well, girl, I'm gonna give you light even though it's raining, because something is growing deep inside of you. Something is now shifting and changing through this egg that you're protecting here, this portal that is opening here, the 7, and now you get the 35, the 3, the Empress, the 5, the Hierophant, right? The Taurus tomorrow. Tomorrow then you will get a new seed that you can plant, and it will grow, because the 19 is then a 10. And the 8 is the 18, right? And it's again the moon that is bringing you the dragon egg. And this dragon egg can fertilize and grow deep within you. And you are gonna really like tomorrow have an empowerment of Leo, and it's an 8-8 portal, right? And so Leo is letting you know through the Sun, yes, I'm gonna give you the rain, I'm gonna give you the fertility, I'm gonna give you everything you need to make this dream come true, to make this portal where you are seeing the dragon tomorrow is gonna bring you then a new life form. And where's this new life form bringing you in this world? To the 10 of Pentacles, right? So then you have 16 Pentacles. And 16 Pentacles, it's like the Tower, but then becomes a 7. And so the 7 is left. The 7 and the union of dark and light is coming to you, is letting you know, hey, you are then rich, not in money, maybe, yes, also in money, but you are rich because you have the 10, and the 21 is a 31, right? And the 31 becomes a 4. Then you coming out, then you are her who has this new seed. This new seed has grown into a tree. You see the community that you're with, and you are coming out of it, and you are gorgeous. You are enlightened, right? Now you can also calculate it as the 10, and here the 21 as the 3. That's a 13. And you have to go through this so that you can experience this. There's no other way, right? Sometimes we have to break down it in such a way that you understand it. And so these pictures are very unmistakable, very clear. You gotta really recognize tomorrow is a special moment, but it will not come to you unless you are really transforming, unless you becoming more emotional, right? Because the Death card is Scorpio, and Scorpio is the King of Cups. But you have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer. And so Cancer last month reading has brought you the understanding of, yes, reverse the way you're seeing life unfolding for you, because that's when you had then the pre-stage of the Hanged Man, and so now comes the Death card, and it's even in your worldly outlook, the 13, right? And the 4 is left. So the 4 is then you. And then you are really ruling from a place that is not, well, I'm a warrior, I am just, here doing whatever I feel like. Now I am a luminous warrior. I'm protecting these people because that's what I have realized. That's what I would do as an empress, and not just go to war. I am protecting. I am here. I'm the eagle, right? I am the dragon, actually. I'm not just an eagle. I am a dragon because her fingers look like dragon claws. Her eagle looks like a dragon, right? This is the ancient dragon, and here is the modern dragon that is holding the egg. I mean, it's just crazy when you see them next to each other, right? And it's just like you see the eagle in the shield and you see the dragon here actually in your dream coming to you, right? And so it's clear you have to have a ceremony tomorrow because this is a very powerful message for you. And you will become rich. You will become rich in the way you grow things, in the way you protect things, in the way you have created then here this beautiful community. And this is the message, right? It's like, yes, that's what you're protecting as a luminous warrior, and you are not there to actually go and be like, well, I do whatever. No, you are protecting. You are here to help this world to become a better place. When you as an Aries are changing and shifting and transforming and coming out and giving birth to your new self, right? Because it's very clear, right? I mean, you are then, I'm just going to put this down here, you are coming out, right? The woman that is sitting here and is being all sad, she's coming out and she's like, here I am. Wow. It's like, what a crazy reading. But yes, here you are, you're giving birth to the next tree, right? And here it is. And it's like, there it is. The world is like, yes, we can do this, right? People like this we need. And so you are called to unite the masculine and the feminine deep within you. I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when the Earth turns and we see behind the sun the constellation Virgo. Virgo hasn't come up in any way, neither number, but we will see then what Virgo wants to tell you, because the number 9 is the completion, and we will see what you have realized tomorrow in the Lionsgate. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.